businesses like that who received different dollar allocation from Emefiole for their businesses. A lot of you started you had the impression, the intention of closing the gap of poor infrastructure, which has led to poor economy and where people have no real job. A lot of you have jumped into the shark infested water of what they call the investing in Nigeria, and you have been shooed like you have been like chewed to pieces with all your money and all that, because a lot of you who went into Nigeria's and to invest in Nigeria economy, your businesses, you realize that for you to sustain those businesses, you have to what? You have to pay a lot of bribe to sustain them. Okay. I do not know how some of you businesses in Nigeria do operate or survive, by the way, but a lot of you are living witnesses to what it takes to actually survive. A lot of you are bribing your ways, bribing people, like, being taxed by people who are mostly non-state actors, okay? And the people like Dangote and some other businesses like that, all right, they have access to all this free money, and you will think you are doing the same business, all right? So while you are losing, they are gaining. The other part of this, their destruction of Nigeria, was to use some of these big businesses. According to Tinubu, he appointed an investigator right now, and the investigator has been releasing some snippets. And on Mayegun's Diary Politico, just put all the pieces together, and you will never be lied to. Ever. Trust me. So Tinubu and gang pretended that they are investigating the Central Bank of Nigeria under Emefiole, because according to them, Emefiole acted alone. Bokwari did not have a clue, even where Bokwari approved all of the actions. They wrote it in their report that Bokwari was either misled, or he's not really aware, or he didn't even understand, or he was made to sign everything to absolve Bokwari. So the EFCC is now investigating some of the snippets, according to the Tinubu's investigator. How did all this billion disappeared? All these trillions, where did they go? They now discovered that not only Dangote, other big businesses and smaller businesses in Nigeria were used as money laundering avenue. For example, where you are like, you are running the same type of business, Abi, as you are contemplating on. Some of you are running your businesses on debts right now, but your neighbor that is doing the same business, they don't complain. They hardly make any sale, okay, but they never complain. All right. And your neighbor, everyone is going into nightclub business, and you, where you are in America or Canada or what do you call it, wherever you are in the world, and the moment you kind of hit that money and you go to Nigeria and they take you to that club and you kind of see the light, you see how people are blowing money, Abi, how they are popping the champagne, and you're like, oh, this business makes sense. So hey, how much is it if I want to start a club business? And people begin to do the visibility study for you. The design, all of that is going to cost you. You know what? At least with for area, if you have like maybe 250 million, we can start that. They are doing hotel business. Hotel business is the most selling business these days. So And they say, you in America, bring your money. Let us open a new hotel for you. And then you have your nightclub. People are not popping Azu. 1 million naira Azu. People are not popping the champagne like you saw them the last few times you have visited Nigeria. Now you are now pretty much like you have to pay the Agbero, you have to pay the police, you have to pay the army, you have to pay the NSCDC, you have to pay every one of all these people. Then you have to pay the tax collector for Lagos State, be your state government. Then you have to pay the local government tax. Then you have to pay the signage tax. Then you have to pay the advertisement tax. You have to pay all of that. And you're like, oh, how am I going to survive all of this, man? What is going on? Because you be mumu. Majority of them are used for money laundering. At least all of you can see them popping Azu, Abi. And they said a bottle of Azu, I'm using Azu because it's like the popular one among people these days. Say Azu, pop Azu, pop champagne. Azu is 500,000. Abi, how much is a bottle? They will sell you 50 pounds or $40 wine. They will sell them for you at the rate of $1,500, $2,000. And all of you will be sitting down there like, hey, civil servants know they do Dorime. Because everybody, they do Dorime here and there. Popping it. Because behind the scene, if they pop just 2 Azu or 3 Azu, and all of you saw them say, another drink everywhere. People must have spent like 50 million here. Una never started helping them. Nobody una go take the video, put them on Instagram, put the picture on Facebook, share all this life. The Omo life sweet. So when you go back to their book, all they have to do is to say, instead of them saying they sold 10 Azu, just put 1,000 Azu. 1,000, put 1,000. Is this money they just stole from Edo states? We need to clean the money for them. It's about 2 billion naira. So we need to clean the money for them before they now convert the money to dollar and take it to Dubai to buy properties. So you know what? Just put 2,000. Put 2,000 Azu. It's like every Azu we sold this week is just about 15, sir. Are you mad? Do you still want to work here? Put 2,500 Azu. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. 2,500 Azu. Then what about Jack Daniels? How much is Jack Daniel? Jack Daniel here, 1 liter Jack Daniel, 1 liter of that in the UK is about 28 pounds. But when you go to their club, 1 liter of Jack Daniel in their club, they may tell you it's 1 million naira. Money laundering. That's what they said they found with Dangote Refinery, Dangote Consortium. They said, for some of you who say, I want to go into the business of a refinery. Do you think there are no people who can do refinery business, who can do all this cereal business and all of that they give Dangote the monopoly for? So when they say Dangote is heavyweight, it is what is going on underneath that makes him the heavyweights. And that is the list they said Tinubu want to know. MC Central Bank, una finish Central Bank like this. No. I need to know those involved. We need to know where that money is. Because the moment, what the criminals, Boko Haram and his gang, what they permutated for Dangote and Dangote Refinery, una go worship. It's like una go serve like slaves. Una go serve Dangote that is alive now, and you will serve maybe 100 generations of Dangote if Nigeria still exists. The arrangement and all of this money, they are Nigeria's money. Even though they presented them like Dangote, he has all these investors. You will see photos of him with Indians, with Bill Gates, Americans, with all the business associates. Because Dangote as a consortium is a front for so many other, I'm not going to say criminal organization or criminal people, but I think I should just say it because it is true. He is a front. He is a quota system billionaire. And every government that comes into power in Nigeria, as an Ajip himself, is their friend. Just ask me what you want, and we can find this place for you. Whatever they gave to Tifnumbu, after discovering and opening the vault of the Central Bank of Nigeria, and they saw what they did in 8 years, instead of telling you the mess you are in, they have started putting up a theatrical show for you. Theater ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe fún yín yìí o. Because for those who knows, Tinubu says some dollars were allocated to Dangote. They need the documents. Maybe you know that when the rest of businesses or businessmen and women in Nigeria, when they were scrambling for dollars, and when Nigeria Naira continued to crash and businesses were folding up, when businesses were struggling to buy a dollar for 700, 800 naira to a dollar, the people like Dangote and so many of them like that, they had that preferential treatments that they were just moving the dollars like that. It may feel it. Yeah. So, and all those dollars, they moved through Dangote and his consortium, BOA. That's one where they sell cheap cement. That one too is building refinery in Akwa Ibom, by the way. Here you get. So all those free money behind the scene, they were supposed to be at least maybe loan. They were not loan. Instead of them to be loaned to be repaid back to Nigeria, they give them slots. How much you bring to this consortium? $3 billion. 3 billion. Okay, 15%. And then a 20% for, and then okay, you are going to get 45% of the money. Now put the money inside the consortium, and then we'll transfer your share for you. They accused Dangote consortium of Forex laundering. When they launder the naira, when they steal Nigeria naira and clean it through the whole bogus system like that, they call that one money laundering. You see, when they launder money in dollars in foreign exchange, they call that Forex fraud or Forex laundering. Big batan for shoni. Whether it is blood money, drug money, and public stolen loot. You see, there is no money they cannot wash. All they have to make it look like is that it is for your own interest. Because once Dangote come up now, it will resolve all Nigeria problem. Now, with the arrangement they make with Dangote this time, I'm talking about Bokwari and gang. Dangote is like their retirement package. Gone are the days when people used to fight for oil blocks. So Dangote is like the last emperor of China. All right. What the last emperor of China did to survive, what do you call it, the sudden death on the throne. If you read, what do you call it? Anyway. So what did the politicians do? They moved Nigeria money, a lot of it, all right, to buy themselves a place that in the future, when Nigeria stops importation of petroleum and Dangote becomes the only one that actually has petroleum to produce, all of that money coming from that, instead of, they gave him the money, they processed and arranged all the money there, okay? So what happened is that when all of these profits begin to come and they begin to dictate how much you are going to, like, you know what I mean, like live of what their product is, right? So it simply means they can just be rich for life. The Nigeria that gave the money to them, your money supposedly, okay? That's your business. You continue to serve them as it is. The money is not to help or ease you. The money is to buy their own future. All right. So the last emperor of China, what he did was that they said in China, with all of the clans, uh, whenever a warrior, when you have a new emperor, for example, uh, other sort of other heads of the other clans who are also like generals on their own, they'll begin to plot out to kill you because they want to be there too. So at the end of the day, the emperors don't last long than maybe a year, 2 years, a year or 2 years. So until the last one came. And what did you do? He called a meeting of all of those head of the empire like that. He called all of them together and said, I want to end all this war of us being worried about our future, whether we're going to die in prison or die in penury and all of that stuff. I want to end all of that. I want you to all go to your different so and so place, right? And he said to them, he disarmed them. Then he now said to them for life and say, see, till your death, you can live in peace. Everything you want will be given to you and has been given to you. That was exactly what the likes of Bukwari and gang probably plotted with Dangote and others, especially Dangote. So Tinubu would have none of that. These are going to be the people who are going to run Nigeria, the new owners of Nigeria. If all of their dreams and plans eventually comes to pass, or past, yeah, with this said, they are fraudulent there, but the amount of wealth of Nigeria that has been kind of a smuggled through that consortium that has been given the green light that, listen, whatever it needs, he must get. Nobody has a clue how much money exactly passed through Dangote's hand. And who are the people who are holding those kind of, those shares or whatever they called investors? The one they told you came from abroad. They didn't come from abroad. They used Nigeria's collateral and they gave that to Dangote and the rest of them. So Tinubu is not interested in probably getting all those money and give them to you. No. There's going to be new owners of Nigeria that are going to run Nigeria for real. Beyond oil blocks now. And whatever danger that is associated with that. And say, that's going to be dangerous. So, once the Dangote, because look at Dangote monopoly on cement before now. It never helped anybody, did it? So anything monopoly put in place just to keep the whole gang, the owners of Nigeria, still in charge, Abi. So some believe that they said Kolu. So if there is going to be any danger with the amount of money that has passed through Dangote from Emefiole, especially when it comes to that Forex, billions and billions and billions of dollars, it has to be that danger, nobody else. It would rather be that person that everybody will be worried about. So he wants to know the money. He wants to know everybody involved and tell them to hands off. You know, this is a stolen money, right? And we have found it here. We know it's here. We're not taking it. You, Dangote, hang on. We're not taking the money. But we want you to tell us everything, everyone here. If you don't want this whole thing to go away. True story. And from what I heard, and what have you actually reported as well, is that a lot of them have already started making deals with Tinubu's investigator. Some of them are already presenting the documents that shows how much money that was authorized to be given to them by Buhari through Emefiole. Others are asking for a little more time. Please give us a little time. We'll give you all the what you are asking for, all our relationship with Emefiole and how much we collected and what we used that for. This is true story. But somehow, the real big elephant in the room is Dangote. And they said Dangote too said, and his own team, they said, we have packaged everything you need. Okay? Or like other businesses, all the dollars we collected from the central bank and what we used them for and all of that, we have all the documents here. Our investors, those who put money in our business and all of that, we have all the documents here. We will bring them to your office. And the EFCC said, no, don't bring it to the office. We'll come and pack, we'll come and take them ourselves. We'll come to your office and pack all those documents. That's the true story. And that is exactly why you saw them today doing all of that. So Dangote and his people were like, why do they have to do that? Why? The bottom line is that those who are willing to share their own loot with Tinubu, you will never hear their names. The moment Dangote come clean and say, Oluwa mi, how much do you want? It's true. Yeah. Or if we begin to mention names, this country is going to go up in smoke. Is that not what they normally say? If we begin to mention names, this country is going to. Who cares? Why do you think Nigeria will go up in smoke when they expose people who have looted your commonwealth? And that's exactly how it's going to go. So what do you want, sir? Like, what do you want us to do? Like, because if we begin to mention names, those documents are there. And as Tinubu, who is ready to play theater with all of you, thinking this is something, they will drop some names. So that all of you will be like, oh my God. Like they told you, Emefiole has over 500 bank accounts. In one of the accounts in the UK, Emefiole deposited 540 million pounds sterling cash. He fixed it in an account in the UK. You don't have to know the name of the bank. You don't have to ask for the evidence of the bank. But at least they don't tell you, say, 500 million there somewhere. And you are like, oh my God, 500 million. This is Emefiole na match. Very, very, very bad man. Tinubu must expose them. All the bad people. They will give you some names soon. This one collected $3.4 billion. That one collected $300 million. The other one collected, and they trace it that they use the money to buy house. They will begin to give you all of that. But all of that is just the distraction. You are not focusing if you continue to get entertained by those. Because at the end of the day, it's just going to be news, reactions, rage. And once everybody now knows that, okay, sir, okay, fine. Tinubu is now the danger, is now the ones that, you know what I mean? Like, whatever goes on there, I need to know. I will scatter everything. I will scatter everything. Oh, say, Papa, don't do that. No scatter everything. Don't scatter everything. Okay? We can assure you, if you need money, we know where money is, sir. You understand when they come out and say, sir, as a business community, we will do everything to work with this government to make sure that this government is able to raise revenue. Mr. President, we as economists, we promise you that we will ensure. We know you met an empty treasury. So me and my friends, we have discussed. We will make sure that we help you to generate resources that you will use to run your government. All those things that for the public, behind the scene, Baba, sir, we know that you You are not happy with what happened in CBN, sir. Especially but sir, if you let us say something, sir, I assure you, we know where money day in this country. If you want to make money, sir, we know where there is money in this country. Sir, all we need is just your permission. And we will make sure that in 4 years, if you need $100 billion, sir, we'll make sure you get it, sir. Dangote, like, say, oh yeah, show me. For those of you who watched the Shauride, Lakwite, and the Agogo Ewo, Tinubu is like Lakwite. He's not here to help you fight all the criminals. He is the criminal, he's the chief, the Lord. If you are going to perpetuate that kind of earth-shaking haste that has plunged millions of people into generational poverty, I want to be the one that called the shots. Everything all of you agreed to before me. None and void. Or I will scatter everything. No. Baba no scatter everything. We'll tell you the truth. We'll tell you where the money is and we'll tell you where you make more money. Then before you know it, the rest of you will begin to ask a year later, how far with that Emefiole probe and Dangote? Oh, now there you see the ask question. They don't replace who they go replace. They don't change document where they go change and everything, but don't move on. Now you make you just embrace your own shakpa, no matter what it is. Because the situation is pretty much going to be like, everybody back to their own, everybody back to your own camp, to your camp, ye Israel, they will say. And that is why, even though a lot of people are complaining about the hardship, the cost of living crisis, and all of those things that a lot of you complain about. This is January. It's always very tough in January. And with Tinubu and his gang and a directionless, regime, you can kind of expect how tough it's going to be. But somebody said that Tinubu, not the government, decided to bless the rest of you so that it won't be, he told you, he said, he feels your hardship, the hunger, all of that. And Oshoba said, Tinubu kind of always feels sad that a lot of you are going through shege. He even said it 4 days ago. I understand.
I'm not oblivious of the expressed and sometimes unexpressed frustrations of my fellow citizens. I know for a fact that some of our compatriots are even asking if this is how our administration wants to renew their hope. Their compatriots. Take this from me. The time may be rough and tough. However, our spirit must remain unbowed because tough times never last. We are made for this period, never to flinch, never to falter. I'm not.
Did you hear that? You are made for this period, though. Remember what I told you a while back, that if you are going through shege in Nigeria right now, that you should continue going. Don't turn back. Majority of those who that back, what's in the back, you need to continue going. It is like somebody going through hell. The ideal thing is to continue going. Because even if you turn back, it is hella. You go extra hell. Tinubu and his gang, for those who know them very well, Jeun Soke Kotu Jeun Sako is about bribery. It is about freebies. It is about giving poor people food. And the more people are poorer, the more people need food. To them, for those who know Tinubu very well, it is about rent seeking, taking rent and using the fraction of it to feed the poor. There is never any intention of uplifting anybody out of poverty. It is to manage your poverty. Are you not paying attention to the places where these guys are running government? Their intention is not to end poverty in Nigeria. The intention of the criminals running Nigeria is to manage your poverty. Olomaja manage poverty. And that is why they are now saying, since Tinubu knows about your hunger and hardship, since na food una need, una eat first. A lot of you are living for the day when they say, Baba, I'm thinking about next week. I'm thinking I should plan myself about, next week so that, before that, say what's going to happen next week. Say, I don't know yet. I'm thinking I should probably just go and see, Alaye, this is Nigeria. Next week is a long time. Okay? Let's think about it tonight. Think about what we go shop tonight. Tomorrow is even too far. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Nigerians are living for the day. Yeah, and the criminals are ensuring of that. It's no longer about, are you hungry? Have you eaten? It's no longer about that anymore. No, sorry. Have you eaten? Are you full? Are you satisfied? No. They just say you don't chop. You talk say, I never chop. Oh. It's not because they want to offer you food. Do you understand? So a lot of people are actually living for the day and waiting for what will happen tomorrow. But what about tomorrow? I'll leave tomorrow, Jare. Like Tinubu said. So people like this, and it is real. This is real.
See, I tell you, I tell you as they go. Papa, who say this thing? Allah.
What do you confuse the make government do for the matter?
The government help us now. I beg. See, if they don't do anything, Sham, we gonna rob, we gonna rob, unless if they do something, they don't work. I tell you,
Rob, you don't say police go.
Life game, where they go? Where I get for children, wife the house, nobody know anything. From where are you like come VI? From VI to here, if I lie, I die. Allah, are you like come here? Are you like from where? Because see, next 2 months, if you know there, I'll carry gun. I tell you, I'll carry anybody. Tell government, if they don't repent, as they go now, see, they will see militants for Lagos State. See, I tell you, see.
And it is real. I know some of you are laughing. I remember telling people that one of my worst fear is what is going to happen in the next 20 years when things continue like this. Nigeria has over 22 million out of school children that also exist in that system as we speak. They are not educated. They are not trained on any kind of craft. But they want to survive out there too. And they will exist in that system. Because, those who are even educated are struggling to put it together. Now think about those who are not. What life is to them for real. So in 20 years' time, if all of us keep quiet and continue to hustle for money and all of that, to get a good life for our own family members, all of that kind of life, And because we are so blinded with our selfishness, not paying that, it's none of my business. Well, my good, that's none of my business. It is going to be all of our businesses. In 10, 20 years' time, when those ones will look at us and think we are one of those who stole their future. Yeah, you know, when you come back from America, you and your family in that your latest brand new car, and that beautiful mansion is just built through your own hard work. Somebody go carry your car, follow you and your family, enter your mansion, begin to traumatize you because the system never actually cared about them. How is that your business? Exactly. It will later become your business. Look around you. Just look around you. And that is one of my worst fear. In case some of you probably just recently joined my Egun's Diary Political, have no idea why I do what I do. I do what I do because it's the least I can do to call all of our attention to something that we do feel like it's none of our business. Your children, your family, people you love. After you get them all you want and all you think they deserve, and including yourself, then you are at the mercy of those the system intentionally dumped out there, because people like Tinubu and gang believes that the way to reduce poverty is to be kind. He keeps saying it, is to be kind to the poor people, give them food, give them money. Why you continue to make economic policies that continue to impoverish them? Win-win situation, yeah? It's a win-win, right? But we all know where this is going to end. So one of them now said that Tinubu gave all the House of Representative members 100 million naira each to buy a truck. They said he gave them rice. He gave them truck of rice. One of them even made a video. And they said, no, this is not even federal government too. That Tinubu gave truck of rice to each House of Representative member, whether PDP, APC, Labour, NNPP, or APGA. That is what one of them just said. And guess what? They said, no, it's not government money. Senators were given around 50 million naira. How did that even happen? Is that even true? At the end of the day, just to make you look like Tinubu actually cares. He's so passionate about the poor, the people they intentionally make poor. Now they are giving them food so that they cannot die poor. How generous and marvelous. Esako people, congratulations. One guy said, Mayegun, what is your problem? If they are not doing it, you will complain. They are now still doing it. You are still complaining. I just hope they will be giving you that rice every month. I mean, like, that is what it should be now. Okay? They said if Tinubu shared rice, some of them have like 4 trailers, 5 trailers, which means as we speak, no matter how scarce the rice is or how expensive it is, they said if Tinubu spent 50 billion naira of his own money to make sure that House of Representative members receive at least 5 or 6 trucks of rice. Baba. That is like 6 trucks. Each truck of rice carries 600 bags of of 50 kg, 50 kilogram. Kilogram. So 600, we'll do the math. 600 per trailer times maybe 5 trailers. That is 3,000 bags of 50 kg rice. That's a lot. And that's for one House of Rep member. Multiply that by 360 House of Representative members. Please don't bother me with what the number is, because we're probably just going to get lost in that calculation, right? But just imagine it. Okay? So 3,000 times 100, I think that is 3 million, isn't it? 3 million bags, 9 million bags, 10 million bags. Wow. So all of una they collect all this rice and una still they complain that the country had. So I am not complaining, no. I just hope they will be giving you the rice every month. And possibly they will be giving you money for kerosene, gas, or whatever you choose to cook the rice with. Because that is supposed to be the policy, Abi. But if not just to give you 3 cups or 4 cups, I am not complaining. I am just putting it on record as it should be. The Nigeria of their dream. Who can beat that? Except for those who continue to reject that. But you know, when it comes to disobedience, no, they don't think they want that. But they just believe that that is the reality of the people now. Kenneth Okonkwo, remember him?
I completely agree with you on that. And that is why I keep saying P2B, P2B. And because that is the only person that.
But Peter Obi left APGA as well. He left APGA, moved to the PDP, and from the PDP he moved to the Labour Party. So really, what is the outstanding difference between him and other politicians who have done the same?
Good. Because moving from one party to the other is not what makes you to lack competence, character, or capacity. When you have in a country that is rated to be one of the most corrupt, you will discover that if you are in search of a new Nigeria, you will continue to move until you get that platform and that environment and the people around you that you can use to achieve that. I don't need to tell you that Obi might just be a lone wolf crying in the wilderness. Repent, repent, for a new Nigeria is possible. That is why you see him making those moves. It is not because he wants power or money. He has told you he is not desperate about being Nigerian president. And he has shown it. Even when INEC did all the abracadabra. You know what Obi say? Calm down. We wouldn't need to destroy the nation. We will get it at the right time. So he is moving because he's searching for the particular environment and platform where the people that he's going to lead will accept this new Nigeria, where men should not just that they shouldn't be corrupt, but they should be incorruptible. You can't get that in the traditional platform that is existing in Nigeria now. You cannot get it in PDP. You cannot get it in APC. I dare anybody that wants to confront what I'm saying. So I agree with you. The elected class now, even some from Labour Party, have not impressed me. They've not impressed Nigerians. But P2B has impressed me because I was inside the political room and I knew how he was carrying his life. And I knew that he meant it when he said, I would rather do the right thing and lose than doing the wrong thing and winning. So I agree with you. But please, if you watch what I'm saying, I keep talking about P2B, New Nigeria. Because for now, he is the only politician I can tell you that can make these things possible. Look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Can you say this is what we wanted to see? That our debt now is 88 trillion naira. And what are you spending?
The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see.
You go explain tire. That's what somebody said. But it is no longer about what is it going to be differently anymore. Everybody should just stick to this. The next 4 years and what is it called? I've been at 7 years. 7 years, 5 months.